Shalom. Baruch atah Yahweh Eloheinu melech olam. Hallelujah. That's blessed be you, Most High Yah, King of the universe. And Atanu Hamashiach ben Elohim Hayim Yu Yeshua, the anointed Son of the living power. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We have made it to the Sabbath, a day set apart from the beginning of time itself, where the Most High, the creator of the universe, the master of all, said, take a day off. Spend it with me, friends and family, in my word. Hallelujah. Forever. Throughout your generations. Hallelujah. And those who are still in captivity and those who are forced to work today can still be Sabbath-minded, because to be Sabbath-minded is to be Abba-minded. Hallelujah. Now, I'm reading today Isaiah 51:8. Well, just say 51, period. And, we're going into 51. Yahuwah will save his people. All right? Now, listen to me, the Most High. You people who pursue what is right and seek Yahuwah. Look to the rock and from which you were cut, and from the quarry from which you were dug. Look to Abraham, your ancestor, and to Sarah, from whom you were descended. When I called Abraham, he was childless. I blessed him and gave him many descendants. So Yahuwah will comfort Zion. He will comfort all those who live among its ruins. He will make its desert like Eden, and he will make the wilderness like the garden of Yahuwah. Joy and gladness will be found in it, thanksgiving and the sound of singing. Pay attention to me, my people. Open your ears to hear me, my nation. My teachings will go out from me. My justice will become the light for the people. My salvation is on the way. I bring justice to the people. The coastlands put their hope in me, and they wait eagerly for me. Look at the sky, look at the earth below. The sky will vanish like smoke, and the earth will wear out like clothing, and those who live there will die like flies. But my salvation will last forever. My righteousness will never fail. Listen to me, you people who know righteousness, you people who have my teachings in your heart. Don't be afraid of being insulted by people. Don't be discouraged by their ridicule. Moths will eat them like clothing. Worms will devour them like wool. But my righteousness will last forever, and my salvation throughout every generation. Wake up, clothe yourself with strength of Yahuwah. Wake up as you did in days long past, as in generations long ago. Didn't you cut Rahab into pieces and stab the serpent? Didn't you dry up the sea and the water in the great ocean? You made a road in the depths of the sea so that the people reclaimed by Yah might pass through it. The people ransomed by Yah will return. They will come to Zion singing with joy. Everlasting happiness will be on their heads as a crown. They will be glad and joyful. They will have no sorrow or no grief. I am alone who comforts you. Why then are you afraid of mortals who must die, of humans who are like grass? Why have you forgotten Yahuwah your Creator? He stretched out the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth. Why should you live in constant fear of fury of those who oppress you, of those who are all ready to destroy you? Where is the fury of those who oppress you? Chained prisoners will be set free. They will not die in prison. They will not go without food. I, Yahuwah, your Elohim, who stirs up the sea and makes the waves roar. My name is Yahuwah Sabaoth. I put my words in your mouth and sheltered you in the palm of my hand. I stretched out the heavens and laid the foundation of the earth and said to Zion, you are my people. Hallelujah. That's beautiful. Now, if we go back a little bit, when it says, "Didn't you cut Rahab into pieces and stab the serpent?" Now we know the story of Rahab. Rahab was a innkeeper. She's considered to be Rahab the harlot. Now she gave hospitality to the scouts that when they were going to take Jericho, they sent out scouts, and one of them, we believe, his name was Salmon. Salmon was a prince of one of the many tribes, and he was a prince of Judah. He was an elder and a prince of the tribe of Yehuda, Judah, right? And they were hidden, and they were able to scout out Jericho. Now, Rahab, the name Rahab, as the first is Ra, and Ra was unfortunately a deity that was worshipped in Egypt, Misraim, and the last part, Hab, is I believe it means to go against. So its name period represents the spirit of captivity, the spirit of resistance, literally the symbol for Egypt. Okay, so we see that, and listen, now Rahab, uh, from her mercy and grace and love for the Israelite, wound up being saved, and she was a stranger. She was an Amorite, another stranger story, being grafted in to Israel, and it's a beautiful story. And in the lineage of Yeshua, believe it or not, in the lineage of Yah. Now some debate this because you have Rahab and Rachab, but it's the same. It's the same. It's the same because if you trace the lineage back, you will see that Rahab, that Salmon fell in love with Rahab and married her, an Amorite. Now, in those days, your lineage came from your father. So if your father was an Israelite, your descendants were Israelites. And if your mother, nowadays, it's your mother's, from the Talmudic standpoint, your mother is a Hebrew, you're a Hebrew. But in these days, so she had a son, and Salmon had a son, and his name is Boaz. And we can go into that story as well, because that's another story that's just absolutely wonderful. But we see that Rahab, who was grafted into Egypt as not Egypt, but grafted into Israel, and she was a stranger. And but she still bore the name to this day. We call her Rahab the harlot. But remember, it can also mean innkeeper. But to keep this straight now, she is the symbol of Egypt here in this sentence. So we have, didn't you cut Rahab into pieces? Now remember, Yahuwah in the last plague dug deep and cut deep into Egypt, because he took out the firstborn sons, and the Pharaoh son of was killed. So, and then we have into pieces and stabbed the serpent. Now, what serpent? Now, remember that when they were they were being chased by Pharaoh, because they were allowed to leave, but then Pharaoh lost it, and he gathered his army together, and they chased him. And literally, the army resembled a dragon or a serpent, right? So when the Israelites made it through the parted sea, the Red Sea that was parted, they made it through the sea, and then the armies that resembled a serpent, a dragon, was chasing after them, and they met their demise in the sea, the Red Sea. So here we see deeply that, didn't you cut Rahab, which is a symbol for Egypt, and cut his armies, literally, stab the serpent? Did you stab his armies? And that's what happened. And then we see later in that verse, we see, didn't you dry up the sea and the water of the great ocean, and made a road in the depths of the sea? So here we see how deep, that just one verse, how deep it goes. Hallelujah. This is a masterpiece. Hallelujah. And it has many levels, and it's never ever ending. the miracles just keep coming. Hallelujah. Blessings upon each and every one of you, and Shabbat Shalom.